Ayo, what is poppin' poppers? In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing most of the Gravity Falls Funko Pops. So let's get right into it. Alrighty, so Gravity Falls is a really awesome show. It aired on Disney XD for a couple years. It had, I believe, 2 or 3 seasons. But sadly, it ended. It was one of my favorite shows that I've ever watched, actually. There's lots of great characters in this show, and the pops for this show are honestly amazing. Some of the best pops that I've seen. And I'm sad that they haven't actually made more pops. There's not that many. There's only 8 as of right now. I only own 6 out of the 8 pops they've made. The 2 that I'm missing are the chases, but the chases are practically just the same thing as the pops, just glitter and purple pretty much. So to start off, we have Bill Cipher. This is 243 in the pop animation line. In this line, we have Dipper Pines, Mabel, Grunkle Stan, and Bill Cipher. This pop is actually really cool. This is mainly, I guess, the main villain in the show. Basically, Bill Cipher is the one that it's been a long time since I watched the show, so if I'm a little bit rusty on anything, I apologize. Basically, Bill Cipher is the one that brought the Weirdmageddon, I believe it was, towards the whole Gravity Falls. It's a lot of different things that happened in that episode, so I'm not going to go through all of it, but pretty much this guy caused havoc, and it was pretty crazy. It was a really good episode, though. I believe there's Weirdmageddon 1, Weirdmageddon 2, and Weirdmageddon 3, maybe. There's a 3-part or 2-part series, I believe, for that. But yeah, Bill Cipher's not a crazy detailed pop. He has nothing too crazy going on. He's pretty much a pyramid with the eye, pretty much Illuminati. He has hands sticking out. He has his feet on the bottom. Pretty basic pop. Nothing too crazy going on here. He has the one thing I do like is his actual little bow tie right here. This top hat looks really cool. It's a really tall top hat. I don't know if that's actually gonna fit in the whole 360, but the top hat's actually really tall. This might be one of the tallest pops I own, probably, actually, just because of the top hat. But yeah, it's a really cool pop. Nothing too crazy going on, but the character is a really awesome character, and that's why I love this pop. I believe this guy released in either 2017 or 2018 alongside the rest of these, except for maybe the 2 exclusives I will be showing off in this video. And yeah, this guy's currently worth $14 Canadian. Nothing too crazy. He's not going for that much because he's not that high in demand. So next up, we have Mabel Pines, which is currently worth $36 Canadian. In this line, we have the exact same, so Dipper Pines, Grunkle Stan, Bill Cipher, and Mabel. Mabel's a really cool pop. Basically, Mabel is the main character, which is Dipper's sister. I guess you can consider her the main character as well, since it's always her and Dipper in the episodes. Mabel always has different sweaters on, so you can see right here she has her main sweater, which is a shooting star sweater. They gave her a little bit of blush on her cheeks, so that way it's like red circles, I guess, because in the show she has those. Probably one of my favorite characters in the show, even though she's one of the main characters. She's still really funny and brings up a happy vibe to the show, I guess, because it's most episodes they kind of can be deep and stuff like that, and she'll make crack jokes every now and then and stuff like that. And yeah, Mabel also does have an exclusive version of her, which is Mabel Corn Mabel, and this one was released to Hot Topic. This one is actually worth quite a bit of money right now. I believe it's worth around $55 Canadian. This was released to Hot Topic as an exclusive the same year as all the other pops that got released, except for the other exclusive, actually. Same line as all the other pops as well. So the difference between this exclusive version and the common version is that there's actually a big difference. So you can see that she has one of those different sweaters on that I was talking about, since she's always wearing different sweaters. She has the kind of unicorn stuff all over her face, and she's holding the unicorn hair in her hand, which they actually had to get to protect the shack, I believe. And that's how they made a invincible circle sphere around the shack. And that's how Bill couldn't hit the shack when they were fighting during the Weirdmageddon or something like that. There's other characters I would rather see made than another version of Mabel. But it's still pretty cool to see this because it was from a really awesome episode, like I said. Some other pops I would have wanted to see, except rather than her, might have been Seuss, Wendy, Robbie, Gideon, Old Man McGucket. I can go on for days. Stanford, obviously. There's so many different things I can name from that show that I want to see rather than another Mabel. But this is pretty cool. So next up, we have Dipper Pines. He's currently worth $13 Canadian. This is $240 in the pop animation line. So in this line, we have the exact same as everyone else. But yeah, Dipper Pines is pretty cool. He's holding the journal number 3 in his hand. He has his vest on. He has the hat on. They nailed the hat. The hat and the hair, kind of flowing out of the hat, looks really cool in this pop. Because in the back, you can kind of see his hair is kind of pushing out of the hat. The one thing I don't like about these pops too much is that they made their ears really big. Their ears are huge on these pops. Yeah, like I said, he's holding journal number 3 in his hand, and I thought what's something really cool about the journal is you can actually see pages sticking out. You can see a bookmark kind of sticking out, I guess. And there's so many little details on that journal, which I thought was really cool. It makes sense that they added that much detail into the journal, since the journals are what make up the whole show. He is the main character of the show. The whole show kind of bases everything around him. And yeah, Dipper Pine's pretty cool. He's only worth $13 Canadian. I don't know why. Some of these pops are worth 60, some of these pops are worth 10. You would think with these pops, if some go up in value, the other ones go up in value, because that's kind of how it is with the Steven Universe set that I own. But for this set, it's just some stay at $10 and the others go 70, 60. Some of the commons, actually. So next up, we have Waddles, which is pretty much Mabel's pig. The exact same line as all the other ones. They didn't add any of the exclusives onto the back. He is $4.90 in the pop animation line, so compared to all the other pops in this series, he was released quite later. I believe this guy actually was released in 2019. When this pop released so late compared to all the other pops, I was so excited. I thought they were going to make more characters, and they ended up releasing this guy and kind of just dipping the Gravity Falls line for some reason. The Gravity Falls line, I know so many people that love this line, and this line would do so well if they kept on making more characters. I'm just sad they haven't. Waddles pretty much Mabel's pig that she won from a festival, I believe. It was the episode with the whole time travel, and there was a guy basically saying if anyone can guess the price of, not the price, the weight of the pig, you can keep him. And then Mabel basically went up to him and he said, oh, you want the old 15-poundy over here? You have to guess his weight. And then Mabel's like, oh, he said 15 pounds. I guess he's 15 pounds. And then got Waddles. He was pretty much supposed to be eaten, but Mabel wanted to keep him as a pet, and then that's how he stayed as a pet during the rest of the show. So next up we have Grunkle Stan, which is $2.42 in the pop animation line. In this line we have the exact same as all the other ones. This is a really cool pop. Now there's a couple of things I don't like about this pop is the fact that he gets pushed forward, he doesn't stand still properly, the staff falls out of his hand quite frequently, and it's happened to everyone, so it's not just me. I thought it was just me at first. And his head is way too big for his body, so it kind of like pushes him down, and his feet kind of tilt upwards, so it's not a good pop to keep out of the box, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, overall, really cool pop. I do like the fact that they put like his eyes on top of the glasses rather than making his glasses see-through and you can see his eyes, because that's kind of how it is in the show. It's like not see-through glasses. They kind of colored in his glasses so that way the eyes are on the same level of his glasses, it looks like, at least in the show. They kind of made his nose have like, I guess, like little bumps on it, warts, I guess, I don't know exactly. They nailed the hat that he's wearing. He has like a little thing in the back hanging off his hat. He has a symbol on top of his hat. He has like the hair kind of coming out of his hat. Overall, really cool pop. Once again, the huge ears on this pop. I don't know why they made the ears so big on these pops. But yeah, really cool pop. This pop is actually currently worth $77 Canadian. I don't know why this guy's worth so much. He's been, recently in the past months, he's gone up a lot in value for some reason. So something really cool I noticed about these pops. So Gravity Falls is known for all the secret messages in their show and all the codes that you have to decrypt and stuff like that. And on the back of each of these boxes, there's actually a secret code that you have to decrypt. And I'll be talking about what each one means in just a second here. So you can see right there in the Grunkle Stan one, there's a bunch of random letters. At least you think they're random letters at first glance, but they mean something else. So on the back of Grunkle Stan's box, it actually says Stanford Pines, if that's your real name, and referencing the fact that he took his brother's identity to hide all the stuff that happened and took the shack and stuff like that. Because his real name is Stanley, but during the show he went under the name of Stanford. And the secret message that's on the back of Bill Cipher's box says Bill's keeping an eye on Dipper. On the back of Dipper's box, it actually says these toys will watch you sleep, which is kind of creepy, not gonna lie. On the back of both of these boxes, they share the exact same decryption code, and both of them say beware of the smile dip. And this one is actually quite funny. It says oink oink oink, the secret message on the back, you can see right there. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool that they incorporated like the whole decryption code thing on the pops as well, since the whole show is like kind of based around like kind of secret messages, decryption codes and stuff like that. But anyways guys, that's been it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like in the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit that post notification bell to stay up to date with all my content. I know I haven't been uploading too much recently. I haven't really had that many video ideas since I can't be buying pops or going places to buy pops. So if you have any video ideas, feel free to comment them down below. I can't speak. Also, if you haven't already checked out the giveaway, I would recommend checking that out since that does end quite soon. Tuesday it ends, so it would be 4 days from today actually. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit that post notification bell to stay up to date with all my content, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.